Well, all of these men and their horses are excited. It is the finals. Let's see if they can manage to keep a lid on things.
Very good. Very good indeed. And of course, even though it's Easter, there will be no points awarded to a strike to the cream eggs. Now, this is the team competition, but each of our jousters is also accumulating individual points. This is a cumulative total that goes on throughout the weekend, so it's still all to play for, not just in terms of team, but also in terms of the individual.
Could we have our first pairing, Charlie, so these knights cluster around me?
You certainly may. Stop them clustering. Right, we have, first, from the lockkeeper's end, that's this end of the arena, will be Andy Dean! And at the stable end, that's that end of the arena, will be Jan Groden! We call that end the stable end because it's where we keep the stables. We call this end the lockkeeper's end because it's where we keep the locks. Okay, so, as you know, Poland are out ahead by 3 points. So England need to score highly with every hit if they're going to pull this back. Now you'll see the third type of lance.
Gentlemen, signal ready? Laissez-aller.
Those lances are broken, even the tilt rail's broken. That's the sort of hit you want to kick things off with, isn't it? Right, let's have the score, please, for Jan Groden and Poland. A strike to the Taj for Jan Groden and Poland. Hooray! And strike for Andy Dean and England. A strike to the Taj for Andy Dean and England. And next to go will be...
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, we need the other thing. Sorry, Marsha, I got so excited.
Maybe you were the one who needed to keep a lid on things. Alright, so we have a point for lance breakage to both. Andy Dean's barely comes under the measure, and they both receive a point for horsemanship.
Super duper. Well, an inch is as good as a mile when it comes to breakage being in, isn't it? So, is that 4 points all round?
That is
the first strike. Hitting so hard they even break the quinte. Core blimey, are you not impressed, audience? You! Because that's what we're doing. Good. So next from the lockkeeper's end will be Stacey Van Dola Evans for England. And Michel Sada from France at the stable end. Now, looking at the tilt rail, you might think that's always been to do with joust. They've always had a tilt rail, of course, for these tournaments. But that's not true. You're mistaken. The tilt rail wasn't actually introduced until the 14th century. And to give that a little bit more context, jousting, well, the tournament was invented way back in the 11th century.
So that's 300 years without a tilt rail.
1066 with the Norman invasion. But that was a very different sport to the one you're seeing here today. Nice, all right.
Jouster signal ready? Laissez-aller. So Stacey Van Dola Evans has raised his lance to indicate that something was not safe or something was not ready with either himself or his opponent. We'll give the ground staff a moment to sort it out, and then we'll let them rerun.
Okay. This is sometimes quite difficult to see when you're facing someone, but Stacey had put his lance out to the side, which is his way of saying that he is not safe to hit or be hit. So fortunately, Michel Sada was able to see that and held his lance out again as well. So we will run that pass again, is that right? Oh, do you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means you get more for your money! Hooray! We will run that pass again. So just to repeat, from the lockkeeper's end, we will have Stacey Van Dola Evans and England. And from the stable end, we will have Michel Sada and France. Way indeed. France is actually where the tournament originated in its very early form. It was more like a mock battle put on with hundreds of people in vast open space. It wouldn't have been restricted to lances. They could have used clubs or swords or spears. There are even tournaments in which people used crossbows from horseback. But over the centuries, it was refined into something more like a spectacle you see today.
Both night signal ready? Laissez-aller, gentlemen.
Stacy is still unhappy. He held his lance down. I think it looks like visor trouble. Oh no, it's lance trouble for Stacy Vandola Evans. As I was saying, this is the third type of